All right, for more on this, Rabbi Yisroel Dovid Weis joins me now live from New York. Rabbi, I appreciate you being with us. You've attended demonstrations today protesting this year's AIPAC conference, not just here in Washington, but also in New York. What's the message from protesters at those rallies today?
With the help of the Almighty, that He should bestow upon me His truth and wisdom, that we may convey the message of the Almighty and of the Jewish people. Our message is quite simple. We are a religion called Judaism that we've been practicing for 3,000 years. It is to be subservient to God and uphold His covenant, the Torah. But unfortunately, a little over 100 years ago, a movement called Zionism has really hijacked our religion for a base material nationalism, mostly by non-religious Jews. And very clearly, the chief rabbis of Palestine in 1947, prior to its ratification by the United Nations, these are United Nations documents, there was a meeting in the United Nations in the delegation in Jerusalem, in Al-Quds, where the chief rabbi claimed and stated, "We furthermore wish to express our definite opposition to a Jewish state in any part of Palestine." This was Rabbi Dushinsky, declaration before the United Nations, July 16th, 1947. This is the view of the religious people true to our religion. We are to serve God, not to occupy or steal or kill or oppress. In fact, since the destruction of the two temples, we are not even allowed to have Jewish sovereignty return and make our own country. So, and this was respected for 2,000 years. We were on the Ottoman Empire.
Right.
Yes.
Rabbi, if I can interject for a moment, the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, equated anti-Zionism today with anti-Semitism. I want to get your reaction on that comparison.
That is part of this Nakba, the tragedy, because never the twain shall meet. Anti-Zionism is a righteous issue. It is to stand up for a criminal offense, a horrendous offense of occupying people, not only the Palestinian people, but I want you to know that the Jewish people in Palestine are being brutally beaten daily because they demonstrate peacefully. We don't have guns. They're beaten with horses. Their children, women are arrested because they refuse to go to the army. There's nothing more scandalous than this, because we are a conscientious objectors. Imagine that in the state they call themselves a Jewish state, yet they refuse to recognize the rights of the Jewish people to observe our Torah. And we cry with the Palestinian people, and the world is being duped, and they're being cowered into believing that if they don't support the Zionist state, they're anti-Semitic, while in truth, the state of Israel is exacerbating anti-Semitism. History is, in the Ottoman Empire, history is proof how Jews coexisted in harmony, even though we have a different religion than the Muslim people, but that was never an impediment to coexistence. The impediment is the creation of a flawed, selfish occupation state that's masquerading in my religion. And the Zionists, who mostly don't look religious, look at Netanyahu, they don't suffer when they go around the world. The Jewish people who look like Jews, who are true to our religion, are hated and detested because of what the actions of the Zionists that is against God. We plead with the world, do not be intimidated, speak up and hear the voices of the Jewish communities in Jerusalem, the hundreds of thousands of Jews who are living there, who are gathering there, and around the world, whether it is in England, whether it is in Canada, wherever there is a very religious community, they are anti-Zionist, and they are pleading with the world, respect us, respect that we can uphold our religion. My grandparents died in Auschwitz. We suffered because we were Jewish.
Rabbi,
and now Zionism is only
unfortunately,
creating more
we have
bloodshed.
to leave it there.
Yes.
Appreciate you being with us, Rabbi. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us on the program.